Hello and welcome to week one of the Simulation Soccer League. I'm Jiggly,
And I'm G2019.
and we're gonna be giving you the game today. It's the first game that's going to be the primetime game, I guess. It's Athena Football Club versus Tokyo Sports Club. Tokyo Sports Club, as you might remember, is the team that won the cup and the only other time that we've had commentary. Do you have anything to say for this?
Yeah, don't remind me of that cup match. It was my Inter London that lost that one. So we'll just pretend that didn't happen. New season.
Well, the big thing about Tokyo in that game was that they had a very strange way of lining up their players, as we're going to see here when we get these formations up. Okay, we don't have the formations up, but the big thing that I think that we were going to see is that it's going to be weird, and you kind of have to thrive on that sort of chaos in a young league like this. You have to. When you don't have a lot of good players out on the pitch, you got to just try to make something happen, because usually if something weird enough happens, something good happens for your team.
I absolutely agree. And I think heading into season 2 now, it'll be interesting to see if there's some parity between those original season 1 players and our season 2 players, as a good shot attempt there. Just to see kind of how that develops throughout the year.
And looks like Athena is taking it around to the wing. Joker is having a really being a real big deal early on in this game. He's got the ball in that back area.
Yeah, F and I definitely on the front foot here. We'll see if that lasts or if Tokyo will respond.
Well, we know previously that Tokyo didn't really stand out too much for a certain time period against London, so maybe they're doing something right there. I was expecting that we'd be getting this green, but
yeah, and as you look at that formation, look at the space between the attacking mid and the standard 4 midfielders they have going there.
That's Tokyo, right?
Yeah, they're really gonna have to chip that ball up, hoof it up, and that's exactly what they did well during that cup match last season.
As they get a shot on goal, I believe that was Isagi with that header there. The first, probably the first shot of the game for Tokyo. Meanwhile, Athena's already got 3 shots and one of those on goal, as Joker is taking it up already with a yellow card. Didn't even see that. Now I don't know if they actually are moving that quickly. And yep, there's the goal. Very quick goal. As I was trying to say how quick it was. Isosceles with the goal there, with an assist from G Fuel Energy Formula, the official drink of esports, on the assist there. And I think that was Jintonik with the hockey assist there, as G Fuel waits for his turn right there, and Isosceles is just there at the end of that ball.
Yeah, great ball, far post, unmarked runner, easy as you like, 1-0.
What I was saying earlier, right before that goal, is that I don't know if it's the game or if actually the players are moving that fast, because this is a very fast-paced, lot of really quick passing here.
Everybody's been boosting that speed.
Soderbergh tries to fit that into 44, but that's going to be going out for a corner kick. Isagi's going to take it. And it didn't really seem like anybody wanted to go and get that ball.
No, and I liked that first corner, that low cross. Really thought they could maybe make something of that. That was a dangerous look for Tokyo.
As we reach halftime, I guess this is just the first game. We're going to be calling all the games of this match week, so let's go. Did not expect that. We're going for it. What do you think of that half, though?
Yeah, it seemed like Athena had the better of the possession as far as what we saw from the highlights. But again, Tokyo did have that dangerous low cross in, and with it just being a 1 to go.
As we're already kicked off for the second half here, Tokyo has a dangerous free kick right on the edge of the box, but it is headed away, and I think that's G Fuel with that that block on the wall there. He's got another corner kick. This one's higher, and they've actually got people on it, and Rupp with a rip, and that's going to go over the bar. Dangerous corner kick here for Athene. And that's handled by Versetti, but the danger is not clear yet. Gin Tonic at the top of the box. That was a nice move there by Lamb, recovering the ball, getting it there. And I couldn't quite tell who got that. We're getting a replay here. That's great. Lamb recovering the ball, getting past Touchette, lays it off to Gorkov. Gin Tonic with a first-time shot from the top of the box.
Just gorgeous, beautiful placement, lower 90, near post, just drives his laces through it. Beautiful, and what a name, Gin Tonic. I could go for one.
That was a very inch perfect shot there to get it right in between. There are a couple of defenders on either side of that ball. That's one of those that you see in real life, and it looks amazing. So.
Definitely. That'll be in the goals of the season compilation.
As Tokyo moves it up, Thessenwitz lays it in, but that is not going to go to anybody. Soderberg tries again, and that's not going to anyone either. And the clearance wasn't even going to anyone. Passing is not looking too good at the moment. G Fuel with the free kick that is saved by Nudazuki over the bar. And now Snooks with the corner. G Fuel on the wing, back to Snooks. And is there going to be... no chance of a counterattack there. That header was a bit too far forward. And yeah, that sort of massive space in between the defense and the attack, I think that might be the issue at the moment. Is that a penalty? There's a push in the box. There's a penalty for Snooks, a penalty for Athene.
Can he put it away here?
Nunazuki chooses the right direction, but he cannot get to it in time. That is a goal, another goal for Athene. That is 3-0 right now.
Yeah, and when you're playing a team like Athene, you know they're going to put goals on the board. They're a strong team, well-managed team, and Tokyo, like we've said time and time again, struggling to link those defensive midfielders with their attacking mid and their forwards.
Yeah, it's a big problem because Thessenwitz is not really pushing up as much as he usually does. And that's another one. Gin Tonic with another goal outside the box. No one's looking for that one.
Oh my goodness. What a hit as we watch the replay here.
And the pass, the vision from Gorkov, again to find Gin Tonic.
Just right onto his beautiful, beautiful right foot. Upper 90 goes top bins this time. Wow, what a performance in this one from Gin Tonic. Unreal with 2 touches.
Now Joker on the wing. Tysosles. Gorkov trying to get his own. It's blocked, sent away. And we're heading into injury time. It looks like they think this one's over. Not quite over yet. Tokyo tries to get one last gasp at a final attempt at a goal, and it's not going to happen. It is over for Tokyo. They lose 4-0 to Athene. And yeah, look at that. I love that formation. I've used that formation before. I called it the anchor when I played with it in Football Manager. That is a very solid formation that gives you those attacking wingbacks. And I don't know what you can say for Tokyo other than that they need to step up. You got anything for that?
Yeah, that formation, when you look at it, just looks so defensive, but then the players were not getting back on defense, were not marking appropriately, and gave up some tricky set pieces. It sucks to play that defensive of a formation and end up giving up 4 goals. So I'm sure they'll get back to the drawing board.
That's Football Club de Rio up next against Cairo City Football Club. I honestly can't tell who's supposed to be the home team because all of the writing is so small. But it's going to be pretty interesting because I know that Sermo, who's the manager of Rio, he's got his own like personal system. He's got like this fun way that he sees the game, but it's really hard to get it to come out in Football Manager, and especially with these lower level players, like trying to find a special way to do things. Rio has a very normal formation. Cairo has a very normal formation with a 4-3-3 with a holding midfielder in the back to be a bit of an anchor man there. And yeah, it looks right now Athena has to be the team to beat with the way that they just beat Tokyo. But at the same time, Tokyo didn't really do much at the beginning of the last season. So we kick off here. It's this game now. So let's focus on Cairo versus Rio here as Cairo has the ball. Well, they certainly have the ball. They're moving it around in the back. Looks like they're going to try to take a bit more of a kick and run style, move it back and try to push it forward.
Plenty of pressure there from Rio.
They're taking this very slow. And they've finally given up the ball, and Rio's got it, but apparently they didn't do anything with it.
See some contrasting styles at work here for sure, and it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. A lot of times, even teams that are playing a little bit more of a defensive and withdrawn game can hit on the counterattack, especially in these early days of the league. If you can get a forward running through the middle, it can be a dangerous game.
You get someone just really fast, and that's going to work out. But it's going to be a slog when you get the ball up and in possession, and that's an offside. Pass over from Ayodele to Rainman. He was offside. It's going to be really difficult for some of these sort of teams that they've got these speedy attackers. I know Mayoi, Haruka Mayoi, is incredibly fast, but it's not going to be really usable if you got the ball already up in the final third. That's not going to help you. As Mertz has it on the right wing, looking to pass it in. Well, he gets it to Black, who's going to put it to Rise, and Rise passes out of that position.
Oh, Football Manager.
I mean, understandable. He didn't really have a clear shot, but man, that's rough. And Black is offside.
And just like the prior attack from Cairo, the teams had some good passing combinations going, and unfortunately, then that flag goes up. So,
I mean, they're moving. Both teams are doing really well moving the ball forward, but as I said, it's really difficult to do anything when you got the ball in the final third if you don't have the sort of players with the vision and the technical ability to do something in the final third. As Rise with a chance, and he's offside.
You could say
looked like Mayo was going to jump on that.
Yeah, you could say that's why he missed. He knew he was off, right?
And, I guess that's why they're keeping a lot of those passes short, because some of these longer passes have not gone well. As Mayo has it on the wing, looks to cross it in, and that's broken up by Toastman.
Really a nice ball there. Nearly put it on his feet in a corner kick here.
Noodle with the corner. Rangers looks to be the one to get it, and that's right into the arms of Sabota.
Anywhere else, and that's a goal. Put it anywhere else.
Sabota takes his time, rolling it out. Tutankhamen is probably going to be one of the players with the most touches in the game at this point with the way that they've been passing in the back. As boots it up forward, and there's no one there. Mayo now has it on a counterattack on the right wing. Doesn't get across off in time.
Mayo making some things happen there down that right flank.
She's got that speed. And there's another corner, and nothing much going there, but the ball's okay. I guess it wasn't still alive. Mertz kind of just backs up off of that one, and Torres takes it. And he gives up the ball. Black has it over to Rise, and Rise gets the shot. It is a goal for Rio. That was just a good, quick counterattack after a lot of confusing play there. Ends with a goal.
Yeah, always terrible to give it away in your own half like that, and Rio made him pay as we watch the replay here. Torres, a terrible pass. Black picks that off, and a nice run by Rise. One-touch finish, 1-0 Rio.
And you got to respect that sort of extremely quick action there. I mean, that's why you have that sort of tactic of just pressing in that final third, pressing in the other team's half. As we said, with the way that Cairo's playing, a bit more defensively, pulling back a bit. But that's why you got to have that sort of press up top. As Mayoi sends the ball out of bounds, Cairo has the ball.
Absolutely, and
That's
that kind of tactic expends a lot of energy. But when all of your players have 20 fitness, you're good to run.
Doesn't matter too much.
Let them run.
As Cairo struggles to find a way through, going to send it back over to Koivu. Rainman with a chance at a cross, but the box didn't really fill until he was covered. So that's going to go back to Rio, and Rio, whoever possible, couldn't find Mayoi on the wing, so it's back over to Cairo's right wing as Rainman lays it off for Ayadole. Rainman back with it to cross, and that's not going to be taken in the box. Jeeves up on the other side, though. And Mayoi, with almost no skills in defense, takes it away, but doesn't take it away for long. Calvatore switches it over to the right wing. Rainman on the line with a wonderful cross. Like you don't see that sort of cross from that sort of position very often, and Mac couldn't really handle that.
Definitely the best chance we've seen from Cairo so far, by a long shot.
As Fernandez takes it up the left wing. Horvat to Noodle. It's bouncing around. And looks like we're not going to get some Lob City action there as Sabota takes it down.
Dangerous there, just looking at all the numbers that Rio had in the box. Definitely smelling blood on those crosses and getting plenty of them in. So if they can keep Cairo from kind of breaking through, as a great header attempt there by Cairo, exactly what I'm talking about. They just need to kind of dodge the occasional bullets. It's looking like Rio kind of has the game in control, or as much control as you can have with the 1-0 lead, but gotta stop those little slip-ups like that.
Yeah, with what was happening over on that right wing, because as I said, they're pretty vulnerable on that right wing, but they're sticking over to trying to attack Rio's left wing, which is much more comfortable, which is a bit confusing tactically. As Mayoi takes it up to Rise. Rise passes it back to Mayoi, and it looks like they're trying to find some sort of way to unlock this defense as Mayoi breaks free a bit, but she was offside.
Oh,
I think that was by a hair.
I got excited thinking
offside.
That was a dummy there, but ended up just being offside instead.
And a horrible pass again. Horvat takes it. Takes a bit too much time on the build-up on that counterattack. You don't really want to have that much build-up in a counterattack, but takes a bit too much time, and that is blocked. But that's still a corner kick as Noodle takes it. That's going to be saved and sent out. Now it's still a throw-in in the attacking end.
And again,
Mertz has it. Mertz.
Cairo feeling that pressure off of the giveaway in their own half.
Ooh. Across from Mertz to Rise, and Sabota barely holds on to that, barely gets over to that one. And once again, taking his time, rolling it out. That I feel like that the taking his time, that's going to bite them at some point. You saw how close Noodle was to getting that ball there. If the passing in the defensive third is that bad, I don't know if you want to let that sort of thing happen, especially against a team that is pressing this much.
Absolutely agree. And I'll let you call this. We could have something cooking here.
Possible's out on the left wing. Horvat over to Noodle. Noodle with the shot, but danger is not away. Black has it. Horvat, and it's cleared.
What I was going to say was it's similar to the point that you were making during the Cup final last season of, do you go with tried and true actual soccer tactics, Or do you go with some, hoof it up, do something funky, just try to create shot attempts? And I think right now this could be a case of Cairo trying to play maybe a little too pretty or too complex of soccer for the personnel they currently hold.
Koivu puts it in. It's going to be cleared out. Calvatore to Jeeves. Jeeves sets it up to Mack, who looks to get a cross in from the left wing. Torres. And that is saved and cleared. And yeah, absolutely. I think that's, you definitely want to make sure, like, if you're talking about like a defensive strategy for a team, you want to force them to make errors, like no matter what, either way. Oh, Kong almost with a horrible mistake there with Mack with a very high header, and that's going to be a corner kick there. But you want to force the offense to make a mistake. You want to force the defense to make a mistake. You want to force the opposition to make a mistake. That's the entire name of the game in any sport. And the way that you do that in this sort of game with defenders who don't really have Mayoi broke free. Oh, it's out of nowhere. It's impossible. Sends it in from the left wing. Mayoi out of nowhere. The burst of speed, and that is a goal for Rio. That's 2-0 now. It's this 27th minute.
And as we watch,
let's see the build up here because I was talking.
As we watch the replay here, just more marking on the far post. You have to respect the speed of Mayoi over there, and
out of nowhere. That's a fun goal to see. That's not the type of goal that's gonna get on a goal of the season or goal of the week, but that's just a fun goal to see. As Larson sends it over to Torres, and Cairo finally gets one back. And it looks like we might have some more scoring going on here.
Love to see that immediate response from Cairo. They don't hang their heads, down 2, come back and immediately get one. Nice run down the middle. Torres gets the angle.
Looks like Horvat or Mertz must have missed their mark there because you got 2 guys covering one person there. Rangers needed to cut out the passing lane.
Daddy, poor defending.
Mertz over to Rise, sends it back to Mertz. Hernandez in the box takes a shot, but that's sent wide. I think I've tried twice now to start talking about something, and I haven't even finished that thought.
No, we got some action here. We're keeping it to the good stuff here on the highlights, apparently.
But it's Noodle with the corner, and that's not going to be troubling anybody anytime soon. Raymond on the right wing. And they're going to be sending it back and try to reset it. Yep, all the way back to the goalkeeper. And I don't know if you want to do this because you're going to have that press coming up on you. See, there's Noodle running up behind him. The Costanza is nearby. He's nearby. That wasn't to anybody. I'm sorry. And we're going to be moving on here. As there's a throw in, Jeeves and Mack. Pushing it around the box, sent over to the right wing, and he is wide open for a cross there, Rainman. And that's saved by Kong. I heard a bit of issues over there technically. How are you doing over there?
Yeah, I'm back in. Stream was a little fuzzy, so I backed out and popped back in.
As they push forward, Noodle's got it on the left wing for Rio. Sends it over to Mayoi. Ooh, just over the bar. Now, I think I could finally finish my statement, which was that you want to make sure to force those errors out in the back. And definitely we were seeing that a lot with the way that Rio was playing, getting those chances off of just terrible passing because they're defenders and they don't have... They've decided not to put up the passing skills as much as marking and tackling.
No, absolutely. And as a center back myself in this league, I can attest to that. Passing, not priority number one. Priority number one is, locking down those forwards. Distributing the ball is kind of secondary. As long as your player can make the easy pass, You're hoping you can do that as Fernandez breaks away on the left.
You know, I'm hearing the crowd doing an ole for Rio, and I don't think that that's the team that they should be oleing for, because it's Cairo is trying to play a much more passing based game, a tiki taka type thing, and as you see in that XG chart, like you just have to start creating chances. You have to start making things happen, and that's what Rio is doing. That's what they're doing with that press, and that's what they're doing getting forward. And I don't think Cairo's getting that.
Yeah, you know, I have been impressed with the response from Cairo since going 2-0 down. It has been better. A lot of half chances following their goal to bring it back to 2-1. But they're definitely more in the game than they were at the start, because this looked like, you know, a very one-sided affair at the beginning of the match.